The Nine Act of John Mayer and Keith Urban. The song that crossed a line. Don't Let Me Down. A quiet room, a loud confession. Some songs explode into the world. Others whisper their way into existence. This one was born in silence. No crowd, no stage lights, no cameras rolling. Just two guitars, two men, and a sentence that sounded harmless until it wasn't. Don't let me down. At first, it felt like something anyone could say, a phrase whispered in love, or desperation, or fear. But when John Mayer and Keith Urban followed that sentence to its logical conclusion, they realized something unsettling. This wasn't a love song. It was a plea. And once you hear it that way, you can't unhear it. Act 1. Two men, two reputations. John Clayton Mayer was born on October 16, 1977, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, the middle child in a suburban family that had no idea it was raising one of the most polarizing and gifted musicians of his generation. His life changed at 13 when he heard Stevie Ray Vaughan for the first time. That sound didn't just impress him, it rewired him. Mayer didn't want fame, he wanted mastery. John Mayer and Keith Urban come from different musical worlds, one rooted in blues and pop, the other in country, but their connection runs deep. This legends both are light guitar technicians, students of tone and phrasing, perfectionists obsessed with feel over flash. Their collaboration on Don't Let Me Down showcased more than just star power. It revealed two musicians speaking the same language, trading lines with restraint, emotion, and purpose. John Mayer and Keith Urban's famous Don't Let Me Down history centers on their electrifying 2013 Crossroads Guitar Festival performance of the Beatles classic, showcasing incredible guitar interplay and soulful vocals, a moment that became a viral sensation and a benchmark for musical chemistry between them. At the time this collaboration took shape, John Mayer and Keith Urban were standing on very different ground. Keith Urban was stability, Nashville royalty, a craftsman who believed in structure, discipline, and emotional clarity. John Mayer was chaos with a PhD in blues, brilliant, complicated, a man who processed his flaws in public and paid for it. Critics called him reckless. Fans called him honest. John called it songwriting. What bound them together wasn't fame, it was obsession. Both men believed that music only mattered if it told the truth, even when the truth made people uncomfortable, especially then. Keith Urban has repeatedly praised Mayer's guitar instincts, while John Mayer has acknowledged Urban as one of the few mainstream artists who truly understands musical dynamics, space, and emotional delivery. Act 2. The Room Where It Happened. There was no intention to write something safe, no checklist, no radio math. The session began the way many great ones do. Aimless guitar playing, half-formed thoughts drifting through the air. Then, someone said it. Don't let me down. Not shouted, not sung, just spoken. And the room changed. Because that phrase wasn't romantic, it was fragile. It implied collapse. It implied that the speaker's emotional survival depended on someone else staying. John latched onto it instantly. Keith hesitated, not because it wasn't good, but because it was dangerous. Act 3. When lyrics turn uncomfortable. As the verses formed, the song revealed its true shape. This wasn't about falling in love. It was about holding on too tightly. The narrator wasn't confident. He wasn't secure. He was afraid. Afraid that without this person, everything would unravel. Some of the lines felt less like poetry and more like confession. Not, "I choose you," but "I can't stand without you." That difference matters, because love built on need can sound beautiful until you realize it's also pressure, emotional weight placed on another person's shoulders. And suddenly, the song wasn't just sad, it was controversial. Act 4. John Mayer's Fingerprints. If you've followed John Mayer's catalog, this territory feels familiar. He's always written about emotional imbalance, about wanting love but fearing exposure, about craving connection while sabotaging it. What made this song different was how naked it was. There was no clever metaphor to hide behind, no irony, just dependency laid bare. John didn't try to soften it. He didn't turn the plea into a promise. He let the narrator stay flawed. And that choice unsettled people, because we're used to singers redeeming themselves by the final chorus. This one didn't. Act 5. Keith Urban's Quiet Resistance. Keith Urban's role in the song is subtle but crucial. His guitar tone is calm, measured, almost stabilizing. Where John's phrasing feels restless, Keith's feels grounding. It's as if one voice is leaning and the other is trying to hold the floor steady. Some close to the project later suggested Keith was the reason the song didn't tip into something darker. He didn't rewrite the lyrics, he reframed them musically. By refusing to dramatize the desperation, he made it more real, less theatrical, more unsettling. Act 6. The production choice that said everything. David May, with Eric Yablin listed as producers and Joe DiAugustine as editing engineers, while Alan Branch and others handled mixing. Possibly the Crossroads Guitar Festival from a live version, and multiple engineers contributed to the sound. There's no big release in this song, no explosive bridge, no emotional rescue. The arrangement stays restrained on purpose, because the tension never resolves. That's the point. The song doesn't tell you everything will be okay. It tells you someone is afraid it won't be, and that fear just sits there, unanswered. Act 8. Why the song divided listeners. When fans finally heard "Don't Let Me Down," reactions split immediately. Some called it heartbreakingly honest. Others felt uncomfortable. They asked questions pop music rarely invites. Is the narrator emotionally manipulative or just scared? Is this vulnerability or emotional burden? Is asking someone not to let you down romantic or unfair? The song refused to answer, and that refusal made people uneasy, because most love songs tell us how to feel. This one asked us to decide. Act 9. The line that couldn't be erased. There was talk, quietly, that some lines might be too much. Not explicit, not offensive, just heavy. Lines that made the listener feel responsible. In the end, nothing was changed, because changing it would have been dishonest. And both men knew that honesty, even when it's flawed, was the whole reason the song existed. Act 10. A moment, not a message. John Mayer later suggested the song captured a moment, not a belief system, a snapshot of emotional truth. Keith Urban rarely discussed it publicly. No explanations, no defenses, as if both understood that the song didn't need justification. It wasn't advice, it was a mirror. Why the song still lingers. Don't Let Me Down never became a chart monster, but it became something rarer, a song people revisit quietly, because it doesn't promise love will save you. It admits that sometimes we ask too much of the people we love. And sometimes the most controversial thing a song can do is tell the truth without apologizing for it.
Please hit the like button and subscribe to Golden Screen Actor for more interesting Legends stories.